Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech today on FTJ. Welcome to another episode of Ash Answers. Today I've got my co-host
Harris from FTJ by C4 Tech. So Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions which you tweet out to us with the hashtag Ash Answers.
And this time we've got 2 episodes in a row, 2 weeks in a row. We've got Ash Answers because last week, hey, you guys, we got a lot of awesome comments.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I replied to most of the comments too.
No, I did most of them. You replied to a few. He replied to a few comments.
I replied to most of it. I thought I gave either a like or I replied to most of it.
Giving a like does not count. Does giving a like count? I don't know.
Okay.
You guys let us know in the comments below.
Okay, this time I'll comment for everything.
He says everything. Let's catch him on that. Yeah, I like that. So any which ways, it was really awesomely reading your comments, and today it's again late. It's not as late as last week. It's only 10:20, but he's got college tomorrow, college Harish and all that. But we still decided we're gonna do Ash Answers this week because we really liked Ash Answers last week.
If you like the dedication, thumbs up.
Any which ways, so let's go ahead, jump right into the questions.
Hi Ash, what is your thought on the newly launched Mi A3? Do you think the same will be launched in India? And also, do you think Mi has started charging little premium for this smartphone and will continue to do so in its future smartphones as they are investing more in R&D?
I think Xiaomi is not happy about the A series. They wanted to do A series at one point to kind of get into the European markets because, hey, stock Android gets you there, Google gets you there. And they did that with the A1 and the A2. And now they feel they've already got their grip on that market and they don't need to do the A series anymore. But given all the demand for the A series from the audience, they can't just cut out the A series. So A3, I feel, is Xiaomi killing the A series because now I don't think people want the A3. Because it's a Snapdragon 665, it's got triple cameras, yes, but it's not even the CC9, it's the CC9E that they've put as the Mi A3, and that's got an HD Plus display. An HD Plus 2 years back, 2 generations back, the Mi A1 had a full HD display. This one comes with an HD Plus display. It's got a Snapdragon 665, and if you look at it, the top the top Redmi phone, the Redmi Note, the top Redmi Note, the A series traditionally matches that in terms of performance. The Mi A1 had a 625, Redmi Note 5 had a 625, the Redmi Note 6 Pro had a 636, the Mi A2 had a 660, so it was actually better than the Redmi Note 6 Pro. But now the Redmi Note 7 Pro has a 675 and this has a 665, so it's not. So and again, it's a HD Plus panel, and why would you buy an A3 over a Redmi Note 7 Pro, even if they're priced similarly? One has 675. A3 has an ultra wide, yes, but the Redmi has 675. I'm just going to keep saying 675 over and over again. It's basically, that's what I feel. They don't want to do the A series. They can't. I don't think they can throw in ads into the A series the way they do under the Android One program, the way they do with their own MIUI, and I feel that means they're not really able to do what they want with the phones. They want more people on MIUI, they want more people there, and that's basically what I feel about the A3.
Is it safer to buy Huawei phones now onwards or still wait for some time? Is it?
I guess it's as safe as it can be because I understand Huawei had some issues, but they are working through it. If you want to be very safe, then wait and see how it goes. But realistically speaking, given how big Huawei is, this should get sorted out. Signs are very promising. If you have a great deal on a Huawei phone, what I would say is don't go out looking to buy a Huawei phone today. I wouldn't put it in that spot. But if you find a great deal, don't pass it up because it is a Huawei phone.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Does the Redmi K20 Pro make any sense considering Asus 6Z and OnePlus 7 with great UI and a price gap of nearly 5K?
It does, and I've done comparisons with both phones. I'll leave cards to that over here. Do check it out. In a nutshell, though, the K20 Pro has something to offer that these phones don't. Like, it's got a telephoto camera compared to the 6Z. It's got 2 extra sensors. I mean, the depth sensor on the 7 doesn't really count. And on top of that, it's got the same 855 chip. It's got AMOLED compared to the 6Z, and it's got an all-screen display compared to the OnePlus 7. It's got that pop-up camera going for it. It's got quite a bit of stuff going for it. So it is also the cheapest of the three. So why wouldn't you choose it? Except for the ads. The ads, we'll get to that later. But Xiaomi claims no display ads. Redmi claims, Manu Kumar Jain claims no display ads. But that's basically it. It is still good value for money. And if anybody were expecting this phone cheaper, I don't know why you would expect the K20 Pro cheaper. The 664 at 25, 26 might have made sense, but hey, there's no 664. They're giving 6128, which is basically what OnePlus have done too. OnePlus don't have a 64. OnePlus start from 128, and we are all kind of fine with it. So,
do you think now onwards the mobile durability is not as good as old days? Like nowadays, all are using glass builds and plastic, but metal build is durable. Why they changed to glass and plastic build?
So basically, plastic is not bad. Plastic was good, like Mi 3, Lumia 920 and all that. Excellent plastic builds, right? But then the Samsung plastic, the Galaxy S5, the Galaxy Grand and all that, those weren't really good. That was kind of getting boring. And that's when people kind of moved towards metal builds, and HTC did really well with metal. And then everybody started going metal, right? We started seeing more and more metal phones even in the budget segment, but metal isn't as cheap as plastic to manufacture. But given that metal is what people seemed as premium, every brand was doing it. But then so this is how it is. We've got plastic all over, then Samsung overkills plastic. Brands want to set themselves apart. Brands start going for metal builds in the higher end segment, metal and glass. Metal is what becomes a little bit more popular. Then mid-range, everybody starts adopting the metal builds because glass in the mid-range is very hard to pull off, right? So they adopt the metal builds. Now, the higher end manufacturer, for higher end phones, they feel like, yay, metal, we see it on mid-ranges all the time. So let's go purely glass for the high end. So now once all the high-end phones go glass, now putting metal on the mid-range phones no longer makes these phones resemble high-end phones. So for brands, they want to do something that makes these phones look premium. So what do? Glossy plastic finishes. The gradient plastic finishes that we are seeing, they look nice. They look as good as, say, a glass build out of the box, but then they scratch a lot easier. They pick up fingerprints and smudges a lot easier. Those are the cons to the plastic builds, but that is why they've kind of gone plastic these days. It's a cost-cutting thing. And with, again, the reason why flagships went glass build as well. Honestly though, I would like metal. I would even like a good plastic build. I would like to see something like a Lumia build again.
Yeah, solid builds. Which TV brand is better in terms of after-sale service or any other issues? Falcon or Me or TCL?
So guys, from a after-sales perspective, like I've said for smartphones all the time, it's beyond the scope of a YouTuber to answer this question because I really can't, how do you expect me to tell you which has better after-sales? As a YouTuber, I read negatives about every brand. People have bad service experience with every brand. Now, if something has extremely bad service, I come to know, but average service, average issues, I hear from everything. Personally, I've dealt with Views service. It's been okay. But again, that's a personal thing, right? So you could go and have one bad experience. I could have one bad experience. That doesn't make the service bad. And I could have one good experience, but hey, I'm living in Chennai. It's one of the metro cities in India, but that's not where everybody's buying the TVs, right? You could be in a different city, and how is it in Kolkata? How is it in Delhi? How is it in Mumbai? And maybe somebody living in Delhi might have good service, but Chennai is not the capital of the country. So Chennai, maybe we have bad service. Like Xiaomi has their own dedicated centers in Bangalore, but in India they don't. In Chennai they don't. So that way we don't know It's beyond the scope of a YouTuber to say if the after sales service is good or bad, what is the best. I can only quote from my personal experience, and I don't have experience with these three. But the reason I picked this question basically is to tell you guys, when it comes to TVs, between these three brands at least, and even View for that matter, between these four brands, from a quality perspective, I find them more or less to be on equal footing. So I would say, whichever offers you the best deal, take it. If the smart aspect of the TV is very important to you, as in if Netflix is super important, kind of ignore Xiaomi at this point because they don't have Netflix compatibility. But barring that, whoever offers you the best deal, take it. Whichever is the best value for money, go ahead, take that. There's not a lot between these. So which is the biggest size TV that you get for the cheapest amount of cheapest
money.
Yeah, go ahead, get that. That's what I did. That's why I have a View in my living room. So
your thoughts on Redmi K20 pricing comparing Realme X?
now this entire Redmi K20 versus Realme X, that is not a comparison that should have happened. Yes, the Realme X is a 17K phone.
Yeah.
The Redmi K20 is a 22K phone. There's a 5K price difference there. And unlike, say, a Redmi K20 Pro and a OnePlus 7, these aren't the same chip either. And as the prices get higher, the percentage difference is lower. And for a 17K to 22K, it's like 33% increase in price. So they are in entirely different segments. And Redmi kind of starting the entire taking shots at Realme when their phone is not priced the same. When they started taking shots at Realme, that kind of in people's heads, okay, now let's put it this way. If the K20 Pro came out first at 28 and OnePlus started teasing saying, hey Redmi, we are gonna kill you, then we're gonna expect the OnePlus 7 to come at 28. Now the reason why the OnePlus 7 and the K20 Pro can be compared and we don't really crib about stuff over there is because the OnePlus 7 came first and the Redmi undercut it. But over here the Realme X came first, it's got a certain price point, and Redmi keeps taking shots at Realme saying, hey, our K20 is coming, it's gonna kill your phone. When Redmi keeps saying that, then as consumers we start thinking, okay, these are gonna be in the same segment, that's why the brand's taking a shot. But they're not in the same segment. It's like a current gen phone telling a last gen phone, I'm gonna kill you at a higher price point. Of course, you are priced higher, you're gonna be better. Why should I care that the K20 is killing the Realme X? It's a more expensive phone. I'm not gonna be surprised about it. So why all the hype surrounding it? That is where they lost the plot. And today, Manu ends up putting out this open letter and everything and saying about how we've put in this, put in that. Yeah, we get all that. You started off with setting the precedent. You started off taking that shot, and that is why this happens today. But now coming to the pricing itself, the pricing isn't bad. I understand you've got the 855 at 28 and you don't want to pay 22K for a 730. Don't. Buy the 855. Yeah. But if you don't want a 855, you're not a gamer, you don't want that absolute bleeding edge of performance, you want to save a few $1,000, then it's still a nice deal at 22. You still get almost everything else you get in that phone with a 730, which is still quite a capable chip. And if you're someone who wants to use a phone for a year or two, then yeah, get that 730, will still serve you well enough.
I own Poco F1 and I want to sell it to my friend for 14K. So can I sell it and add 3K extra to buy Realme X, as I like AMOLED display and I don't need Snapdragon 845 as I won't play PUBG. Is it a better one or should I keep Poco F1?
Hell no, you do not sell a phone with last year's flagship chip and buy a phone with a Snapdragon 710, like Xiaomi likes to say, 1.5-year-old mid-range chip. No, just no. I like the Realme X. I think the Realme X is a good phone, but this is not a phone you should be upgrading to from a Poco F1. Now the Poco F1 might not look as flashy, but hey, it's still built like a tank. It's a good phone. And the 845 makes it a phone that would last for another couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, from a performance perspective. And the camera is really good. So yeah, the AMOLED is an advantage for the Realme X. That pop-up camera is gonna be like, hey, we've got a novelty factor. You're gonna like make it pop up and go back down a few times. But once that novelty wears off, the Poco F1 is the superior phone. Do not sell it and do not pay extra and upgrade.
Do you think Xiaomi priced the K20 Pro at 28 so that they can leave a nice little niche for the Poco F2 to come in at around 23 to 25k?
Not really. If you see, they've actually populated the entire thing. They've got 22 for the K20, and then they're a few thousand higher. They've got the K20 next variant, and then the 28. If they were serious about bringing a Poco F2, I don't think they would have launched these phones at these prices. I don't think a Poco F2 is happening, at least not right now.
Even if it comes, it makes more sense right now. Around the price segment.
Unless they take the K20 offline. They take the move the K20 to a more offline focused sales and bring in a Poco F1, online only Poco F1 with a plastic build and whatnot, but with an AMOLED panel in 855. Basically refresh the Poco F1 with make it a little more 2019 at 2021. But I don't think Xiaomi wants to do that. Because if you look at Manukumar Jain's open letter, he basically says all those things. We could have compromised on this, compromised on that, but we didn't. Now, if he goes and does the Poco F1, then Poco F2, then the way I say they could do it to hit that price point, then they'd be making all those compromises. But hey, it's not unlike them to backtrack, but I don't know. I don't think it's coming in at that price.
Can I apply tempered glass on my Redmi K20 Pro? Will it affect the fingerprint scan time? How do you decide what to publish on C4E Tech and what to publish on FTJ by C4E Tech? Finally upgraded from Moto G3 2015 to K20 Pro. Thank you for your videos. You're welcome.
You can apply tempered glass. It shouldn't be a problem. We've tested it out with OnePlus phones in the past. Shouldn't really affect fingerprint scan time. And as far as what goes on C4E Tech and FTJ by C4E Tech, hey, we are still figuring that out, right? Ash chances is something we've moved to FTJ. This week I was actually tempted to move it back to C4E Tech, at least for 1 week. But then I thought, no, let me actually keep it on FTJ for a while. And hey, awesome that you upgraded from the Moto G3 2015 to K20 Pro. That's awesome.
Huge upgrade.
Yeah, that's a
huge upgrade.
Amazingly huge upgrade.
What do you prefer? Xbox versus PS4 versus Switch, and why? Wait, let me answer it for him. I think it's gonna be Switch. Oh no, it's gonna be between PS4 or Switch. I think he's gonna choose Switch for the couch multiplayer, and PS4, I don't know. I think he's gonna go with Switch.
Okay, so I don't like the Xbox because I'm personally against Microsoft for the Xbox, because what they did at the start, at the launch, where they wanted people not to sell used games. If you go back to the launch of the Xbox One, they basically did not want people to trade games. So basically they wanted people, if you buy a game disc, you cannot give it to somebody else. That's what they wanted to do. Now, Sony's done pretty much the same thing. They've pushed people towards digital. Now, if you look at me, my PS4 library, 90% of it is digital. Yes, so I cannot sell 90% of those games. I cannot give it to anybody. But hey, I chose to go down that route. If I wanted to, I could still buy discs. I could play them. I could give it to somebody. I could go to CEX and I could end up buying a used game and I could go trade that back in. There's an option. Microsoft lets you do that too as of now, but when the Xbox One came out, they didn't want to let you do that. Every resale of a used disc, they wanted to have a commission on it, and that's basically what they were going towards, and because of that, I kind of stay away from the Xbox. I don't like it. Personal thing, I don't say you should. I don't recommend people not to. You like an Xbox, buy it. It could be superior, whatever. So between PS4 and the Switch, I feel it's apples to oranges. It's different. It's like you want to bash something, use a hammer. If you want to surgically stitch something, use a needle. You can't choose between a hammer and a needle. What do you want to do? The Switch is something I like using if I want to just game for like a few minutes. Like if I want to game for like 10 minutes, I'll go play a level of Mario Maker. and it's fun. It's just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's mindless fun. And if there are multiple people around and we want to just play Mario Kart or something, hey, that's good too. But if you want to do something graphically intense, then of course the Switch is no competition. If there's the same game available on both the Switch and the PS4 Pro, I'm possibly buying it on the PS4 Pro, unless I want to play on the go. So the Switch gives you portability at the cost of the graphical fidelity. The PS4 Pro gives you graphical fidelity at the cost of portability. So what do you want? Do you want portability? Do you want graphical fidelity? And again, if you want a better online playing experience, it's going to be PS4 Pro. If you want a better couch co-op, then it's couch co-op or couch multiplayer, then it's going to be the Switch.
Do you use Plex or Emby? If not, how do you manage your personal media?
I used to use Plex in the past. I used to use XBMC or Kodi. And now, even now, if I'm in the UAE, I use Plex because a lot of the streaming stuff isn't available there. So I have a lot more personal media to handle. But in India, between Hotstar, Amazon Prime and Netflix, I have pretty much everything I need. I mean, let me put it this way. Between Hotstar, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Netflix with a VPN, I've got pretty much everything I want to watch. So I don't really find the need to actually handle personal media. But again, you can ask me why not a VPN in UAE. In UAE, VPNs kind of keep getting blocked all the time. So VPN isn't that easy. And guys, we took a small breather here because College Harish actually fell asleep.
I didn't fall asleep. I was like tired and I was like, I told him.
And he fell asleep.
No, I didn't.
So he was basically going, do you use Plex? Like, hello, College Harish, hello, excuse me, hello. And so we took a break. He went, he had some food. You remember the biryani from last week. So not that same biryani, but he went and had something. And now he's a little bit sleepier.
Yeah, I'm actually fresh right now. I'm like, you guys can get it with the tone. I'm actually fresh right now. Okay, it's now time for the 1 minute review. And this week I thought I would give him some product he's actually using daily. It's his Fitbit. He wears it all the time. And he has like 1 minute to talk about it. And your time is gonna start. It's an old phone, so it's gonna take a time. Stopwatch. And your time starts now.
And I'm going to waste the first few seconds talking about how he first tried to get me to review something that I've already reviewed on the channel. Hey, wait, watch that in the bloopers. And now that I wasted 10 seconds, hey, the Fitbit Charge 3. I really like the Fitbit Charge 3. I like Fitbit products in general because there are a lot of fitness trackers out there and all fitness trackers have varying levels of accuracy and that's all fine. That's all well and good. You can talk about better bands, you can talk about lightweight, IP68, IP certifications, GPS and all that stuff. But what is unique to Fitbit is the social aspect of things. Fitbit, it lets you connect with other people, it lets you compete. There are a lot of people who use Fitbit products and the challenges and everything. It helps you stay motivated and do a lot more of these things. And the accuracy is fine, maybe if it's inaccurate, it's inaccurate at this equally, any fitness tracker, that's fine. The accuracy is never the main thing about a fitness tracker. It's the social aspect of things, how much it makes you wanna go out and do stuff. And that's basically where Fitbit helps out.
So yeah, it was actually like he was on a floor today. He went on like crazy. Okay, that's all of the 1 minute review. Actually, this week I enjoyed it. He was in like full flow.
So he says that means he didn't enjoy it last week.
But this week I enjoyed it more. Which navigation system you use or prefer? Gestures or virtual buttons?
I prefer gestures. Most of the times I prefer gestures. Virtual keys, I like what the default Pi ones, but that's kind of a hybrid between keys and gestures, right? Mostly I like gestures.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Gestures all the time.
Which is why he uses a Galaxy S7.
But I have like the third-party app which lets me use all those gestures in the S7. So cool. Is there any difference in the wide and telephoto sensors between K20 and K20 Pro, like their main camera? And have you watched the series Dark from Netflix? It's amazing and underrated.
The wide and telephoto, as far as I know, there are no differences. Even the primary, it's pretty much the same. It's the 582 and 586, which basically all we've been able to find so far is 4K 60 and 4K 30 difference. As far as cameras go, not a lot of differences there. As far as Dark from Netflix, that's on my to-do. I watched like 20 minutes of it last week. Okay. I didn't really get in. It's a dub show, right? So I saw lips not syncing, and then I was like a little put off, but then I've heard a lot of good things about it. So yeah, I'd probably watch it sometime in the future.
Will Xiaomi's 5 lakh rupee phone also have ads in it?
It would have no display ads, possibly. I don't know, guys. It was just a fun question I just picked. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it'll have ads in it? And what would you feel if you actually spent like 5 lakhs plus on a phone?
And
you bought it, and then you open up Instagram on it and it says, follow Manu Kumar Jain.
Which launch event have you had the most fun in? Any smartphone event? Also thanks thanks for Ash answers for 2 consecutive weeks.
So guys, the event that I had the most fun at would probably have to be last year at the ROG phone launch. It was really good. I was hanging out with Saf, Michael Josh, Austin Evans, Ken, Lou from Unbox Therapy. So there was like a lot of cool people. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention anybody. It was just a lot of cool people. It was really fun. So yeah, I had a lot of fun at that point. I was there for like 9 days, and it was a very different experience. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I don't really go to events much. So this was like 9 days. So it was like the longest I've been away from home, I guess. I mean, UAE is again like second home, right? So apart from UAE and India, the longest I've been away. So it was like a very, very different experience, and it was fun. Thanks to some really cool people.
What's the tablet you use for Ash answers questions? I can only see the case. Any good affordable tablets worth buying? Are tablets the future for personal computing?
So this is actually tablet, netbook, laptop, replacement, blah blah blah. Hybrid. It's kind of like the Surface Book. Something like that. Surface, not the Surface.
It has like...
Yeah, it comes with the detachable keyboard and all that. So this is the EV. So it's nice. It's got an Intel i7 and everything. So it's pretty cool. And it's not a case. It's just a debrown skin on it. Yeah. And it comes with a kickstand. So, hey. And as far as tablets, most brands aren't doing well with tablets, except Apple. I don't really see anybody doing well with tablets outside of hybrids like that and like this, you know. iPads seem to be doing well. Samsung, and even if you look at Samsung, right, they've got their Galaxy Tab line, but their Galaxy Tab S, the flagship line, they keep insisting on putting last-gen chips into it. Okay, Samsung doesn't want to go all out with these tablets. Samsung basically uses tablets as clearance for last year's flagship chips. Whatever's left over, we'll throw it on the tablets next year. I don't see anybody taking tablets really seriously except Apple, and Apple's doing well. And even if you look at Xiaomi, the Mi Pad came to India, and after that they've not. And even outside India, Mi Pad was a flagship tablet. Mi Pad 2, not so much. Mi Pad 3, even lesser. Mi Pad 4, it's just been downhill, right? So yeah.
Any PC builds coming?
Yes. Ryzen 5, a third gen Ryzen 5 3600 build. That's something that's in the works. You should see that. Not pretty soon, more or less somewhere in the future. Not the far future, in the near future.
But it's happening. Many offline stores are saying that you should not apply skin on your device because it gives network issues and heats up the device. Does it actually happen? What are your experience with skins on your device?
They probably say that because they don't have skins to sell and they want you to buy their case instead. And don't trust anything that you hear on offline stores, basically. It's just like that. As far as skins go, there's nothing. There's absolutely no side effects whatsoever. You've got a skin on this for God knows how long. You guys have been saying it on our chances for so long now, and it's cool. Never faced any issues, and most of the phones I use, if there's a deep brand skin for it, I put a deep brand skin on it. Never faced an issue. So, yeah.
Which smartphone do you use right now?
Right now, I'm testing the Realme X, and I would be switching to the K20 or a certain other phone under embargo. I don't know, one of those. So I don't have a primary smartphone per se. I feel that if I'm going to tell you guys buy this, buy that, or whatever it is, if I'm going to recommend your primary smartphone to you, then I feel I should be using it as my primary. So I don't believe in popping a secondary SIM into it and using it for a few days and then calling it a review. So if I'm going to review it, I'm going to use it as my own primary phone, or I'm going to have somebody in the team, somebody that has earned the right to test phones. I don't just give it to anybody. As of now, Amartya is the only one except me who does that. So he gets to test them, and I still do a little bit of a final check myself, and then it goes into review. Apart from that, it's always the phone that I'm testing.
Bro, who's the winner of the Mi Band 4? Please answer my questions.
Once the giveaway is done, any giveaway, you don't have to ask me. This I picked just to tell you guys. You don't have to ask me this. The moment a giveaway is done, not the moment, within 24 to 48 hours, use the same link that you used to enter the giveaway, and the winner would be listed there. The winners would be picked. It'll be announced on Twitter. You could either check that, or you could just use the same link used to enter, and you could check out who the winners are. What is no display ads, as stated by Manu Jain of Xiaomi? I mean, is it totally ad-free or partial ad-free with some kind of ads here and there? If it's the latter one, then is it justified for a phone like K20 Pro that comes around almost the 30K mark? Well, at this point, instead of saying no ads, Manukumar Jain did say no display ads, and the Xiaomi team though have been responding on Twitter saying yes, there are no ads on this, but it's a little hard for me to take anything the social media team says very seriously, because what I've seen personally in the downloads app and stuff, we have seen ads. We've seen ads pushed to the notification. I don't know if Xiaomi's gonna say, hey, that's a service, that's a whatever. And basically what this looks like, the phrasing there, the verbiage of saying no display ads, it looks like they're saying, hey, we're gonna continue putting ads, but we're just gonna say it's no display ads, so that there are gonna be some Mi fans who are gonna, anytime there's any YouTuber saying something negative about the ads, or if there is somebody saying something in a comment section somewhere about the ads, they're just giving our Mi fans enough ammunition to say, hey, it's got no display ads, Xiaomi said this. I mean, they're just basically playing around with words, and that's what I feel. And as far as my own unit goes, that's what I've seen. But maybe things change. Maybe they are cutting out ads. What do you guys see? I mean, for those who bought a K20 Pro, and the moment you start getting these phones, let me know on Twitter. Are you seeing ads on these? What do you think? What do you guys feel? And if you've seen any other YouTubers' videos, or if you've seen somebody else's coverage, what do you think? I mean, are they seeing ads too? Let me know in the comments below.
What is the point of Realme X when 3 Pro exists? Have they launched it as more of a lifestyle product in under 20K category?
See, the point of the Realme X is the Realme 3 Pro needed to be launched at that point of time, and they launched it, but certain technology was not ready. They didn't have a pop-up camera ready to go at that point. They didn't have the IMX586 ready, so they had to wait and then push out the Realme X. And the Realme X is also a more expensive phone than the Realme 3 Pro, so look at it as a Realme 3T Pro in OnePlus terms, probably. That's how it looks. It's got a few refinements over the Realme 3 Pro, and it's basically the same chip. It's just like a T version of a OnePlus phone. The technology didn't exist for the brand when the previous phone came around, so they had to go with what was available. And once they got access to better tech, they went ahead and changed those stuff and launched a new variant.
Okay, that's all the questions we have, but we actually have a surprise round for today. It's actually kind of a surprise for me too, because I asked the rest of the crew planned it for us, so we'll see what the round is. Other than that.
He's pretending as if he doesn't know what the round is. He knows what the round
I
is.
know what the round is. Okay, they told me, but still, he knows it. Kind
I
of.
know. You were telling me something about a blind camera
Kind
test. I
of
don't know
surprise.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of a blind camera test.
Yeah, but then instead of giving the blind camera test to you guys, they're giving me the blind camera test, which
Yeah.
I feel is pretty much unfair because every time MKBHD does that, I end up picking the wrong phone.
That's why we can never choose the right phones. Like, let's see if we could. And these are like really good phones. So yeah, I think he will get it right. I don't trust myself. I'm just gonna.
Didn't you shoot the pictures?
No, I didn't choose the pictures. The rest of the crew.
Did you shoot the pictures?
Hmm?
Did you shoot the pictures?
No, I didn't.
Okay, of course he's not going to do any other work. Let's move on. Okay, pictures.
Yeah, pictures. I'll actually call it a show. He knows. So yeah, we have taken 3 phones here. So one of these is a S10 Plus. One of this photo has it's taken from OnePlus 7 and an iPhone XS Max. We have to find which one is which, and I don't know which one is which either. So yeah,
I'm going to go with C is the XS Max. B, I'm going to go with A as the S10 Plus and B as the OnePlus.
okay. You can explain why.
No, I'm not gonna. No,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
explaining.
Let me actually choose, then you would explain. Okay. Okay, now that you have answered, that's the exact same thing. C is for sure. It's gonna be the iPhone.
Not sure. I'm not sure at all.
I'm sure. C is iPhone.
Harris being sure just makes me unsure.
A has a little bit of saturation in the colors. So
Actually, I'm gonna go with B as the S10 Plus and A as the OnePlus. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to OnePlus 7 Pro, S10 Plus.
Okay,
and,
for me, A is gonna be the S10 Plus, B is gonna be the OnePlus, and C it's gonna be the iPhone.
Okay.
I should have had a timer in this round. You can't go into file information. He actually went into file information. I was like, what is he doing? And then 1 second. That's cheating. 1 points minus 1.
What? I didn't even see it. You okay? Then let me watch. Let me see it.
Okay, no. It's gonna be the same for the next 2, so I don't want you to see it.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be the same,
But you can't change it again.
why not? If
Change
it's the
your
same
options
ABC,
again.
then
Okay,
it doesn't.
can change it.
Yeah, then what's the point of having 3?
Yeah. So this is the next set of things.
Yeah, she's the iPhone.
Yeah, C is the iPhone.
You just
Okay, let me
what
start.
is-
Let me.
Yeah, that's done. B is S10 Plus, C is iPhone, A is OnePlus.
Okay. But I don't know. I'm gonna the saturation on the A. I don't know. It's gonna be.
Confident now.
For me, it's A is S10 Plus, B is the OnePlus, and C is. Let's see the third picture, just to be sure. Okay. All 3 look the same.
These are the worst images they could give. But no, I'm still gonna stick to it. Stick to my gut. I'm gonna go OnePlus, S10 Plus, and iPhone XS Max.
Sure.
Yep, 100%. I'm not gonna phone a friend. No.
Okay, we actually have the C is probably gonna be iPhone. It's between these 2. If any one of us get these phones correct, we would be the winner.
Okay.
Okay. I'll actually
You don't have to actually do anything. You can just open up
the file information
and look at it.
Look at it.
So A is the OnePlus.
OnePlus, which I love.
B is the Samsung. And C is the tennis match. Yes.
It's confusing. The pictures weren't good and everything. So
Yeah. So I'll tell you guys how I got it. So
the saturation was like
no. It's not the saturation. So in the first set of images, B was a little bit off. So and A and C, I was a little confused as to whether B could be the iPhone, because iPhone generally goes for more natural colors, and is this the iPhone trying to do natural colors? That's where I was a little confused. But then I saw the bokeh between A and B. And B felt a little bit more blurry, which meant, hey, it's gotta be f1.5.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I took that as the as the S10 Plus, and then with the second set, the moment you saw this, you knew there's no way Samsung's gonna underexpose shadows. There's absolutely no way, and the and C just looks so much natural. As in, compared to B is like popping, whereas C is supernatural. Not supernatural, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. So this set of images kind of did it for me. Hey, I was like pretty confident. And the third one, if I ever put this set of images on a blind test, hit me over the head, guys. Hit me over the head. Seriously.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't even take this picture.
I understand we can try to differentiate bokeh, but then it's shot at different points, right? B is like shot closer than A, so I'm not gonna be able to differentiate bokeh with this. So there's no color in this shot for me to. There were only 2 sets of pictures, but we got to do the second one, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
I was just like, please don't.
He won this round. I'm not happy saying it, but still, he won it. Next week, it's gonna be different. So I might win.
So guys, that's pretty much it for today's episode of Ash Answers. If you guys liked it, hated it, whatever, let me know in the comments. Go ahead, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, notifications, all you gotta do.
And we'll be reading the comments and replying to it. I'll be doing it.
Yeah, he'll be doing it.
And he'll also be doing it, yes. Anyways.
I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash.
This is
College Harish.
College Harish. I can do this all day.
But it's night. I don't care. I can go sleep. It's my weekend. And you're the one who's got to go to college. So let's continue. College Harish.
College Harish. One eternity later.
Few moments later.
College Harish.
Harris. So this is Harris and Ash from FTJYC4 Redux signing off.
You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
It's time for the 1 minute review.
Okay.
This time the thing is going to be different. It's not a tech product, but still 1 minute. So it's this time.
Yay, but
it's a game.
Yeah, but then this time College Harish gets caught because I actually did a full review of this on the channel. That's like a full review video of Spider-Man. This is like one of the only game reviews I've actually done. So, cut to that video here.
Yeah, and actually
this actually means College Harish doesn't watch C4 videos.
I didn't.
That's the saddest thing. See, he fell asleep.
I wanted to get the game he likes the most, and apart from cricket and WWE, this was the one you liked the most.
Actually, as far as the one I like the most is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, so we can talk about it for a minute.
What do you mean? I'm not going to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn for a minute.
Okay, let me actually get another product.
Searching for romantic novels. He was searching for romantic novels. Would you believe that?
It was a suggestion to a friend, so I had to.
Of course, it was a suggestion to a friend.
Stop looking at me.
He's searching for Such a romantic
Editor's
note.
note cut. All those.
That's weird, right? That's like Samsung telling, I don't know, Samsung telling the Pixel 3, I don't know, where do I go with this? I don't even know where I'm going with this. I don't know, I'm sorry.